Onur Erim, who is a foreign policy analyst. He joins us live now. Thanks very much indeed for being with us. So just getting some details of this phone call. What's your analysis on what this means for the future of Turkey-US relations?
Well, it's certainly, was expected for quite some time now, the first direct communication between the two presidents. We now know, with the little information that we're given, that the first face-to-face will be in under 2 months in the NATO summit, which is also good news. Being that that meeting will take place under the NATO umbrella, we could probably bet that S-400s and F-35s will both be on the table to discuss, because obviously with the S-400s, the U.S. side, with the F-35s, the Turkish side, have some key problems. So we'll see what comes up. If there's anything else to be talked about in that summit, besides the defense issues of the both countries have with one another, we'll see. But I think the Biden team, the White House team, is also possibly trying to set some kind of a precedent going into that meeting. Obviously, releasing the official on their side, putting Turkey out of the placing Turkey out of the F-35 program, having the first direct phone call after the inauguration of President Biden taking place the day before April 24th. They may all be some very specific symbolism going into that meeting, but we'll see. But we're sure to see some kind of a direct communication, and I'm also happy that President Biden is following along President Erdogan's call from a couple of months ago, where President Erdogan has very freely expressed that Turkey is ready to open up new chapters, some new pages with both EU and the US towards a more constructive relationship between the NATO allies and the European allies. So I'm happy to see that Biden is following along those lines. We'll see what happens just under 60 days.
And what do you make of what was left in and what was left out in this phone call?
Well, what was left in, again, from very little we know, is a definite, hopefulness for days to come to build a more constructive relationship. I don't know if we can get anything more out of it right now from that little statement that we have. And what was left out was all the problems between the two countries. It is, again, very promising that in that little statement, some of the deep problems between the two states were not mentioned, which, also gives us hope that both sides, actually, we know about the Turkish side very explicitly from President Erdogan's statements earlier, but also the Biden's White House is looking very optimistic towards the future between the development of the relationship between the two NATO allies.
Well, you talked about the relationship there, and of course there was a strong relationship between President Trump and President Erdogan. Do you see there being a similarly strong relationship between Joe Biden and President Erdogan?
Well, I mean, both Joe Biden and President Erdogan go a long way back, and it's been very apparent that they did have a pretty solid and quite close relationship in the past, both under his vice presidency and the years before, especially in the foreign committees that Biden has served. So we cannot expect that there would be at least as good a relationship between President Biden and President Erdogan. But again, that's all in the days that we should sit and watch and see how it develops. But the fundamental foundation is definitely there between the two presidents to enjoy a good and a personal relationship in the future.
Onur Erim, thank you very much indeed. And we will, of course, bring you more on this story as we get it.